Well, hello, and thank you ever so much for watching, as always. Now, this was filmed a couple of months ago. That's how quickly it takes me to get these turned round. This was actually filmed at the Eltham Hill Club in London, and it was an ADC Vault. What's an ADC Vault, I hear you say? So, most of you should be aware, if you have even a passing interest in the in grassroots darts, and you should be aware of the amateur darts circuit. The ADC, this is an organisation which popped up in 2020 and has had a rebrand since from Modern Amateur Darts, which is what it originally launched as. And it's basically an organisation that's trying to elevate the grassroots darts scene. By the way, what you're watching here is the practice, and as you can see, I'm making a really good start in the practice, and it all goes fairly downhill when the actual match starts. Yes, so the Vault, these are round robin darts events, and they take place over a 7-week period. It might be a bit longer than that actually, and at the end of the 7-week period, there's then a ranking table of all of the players in the local area. Wazzy, who you can see on the screen, will be one of those top 20 you feel, and then they're given an added cash bonus. On the night, you're split into 4 groups of 6. If it's a sellout, so it's a maximum of 24 players, and you play 5 games each. At least in the group stage, that's over a best of 3, and then the top 2 from each group go through to the knockout stages, and then you play down to the winner. Winner gets £35 on the night. Not a lot of money, you may say, especially at grassroots starts. The runner-up gets about £10 or £15. However, as I say, it's really aimed at that top 20. Those top 20 players from which are ranked across the whole of the area. So this is the London and South East area, and for this block, this was Series 7. The top 20, well, the winner got about 1,200 players, £1,200, not 1,200 players. I'm playing quite well here in the warm up. It does go downhill quite spectacularly as I play my first game. So this was from Eltham Hill. Massive thank you to Tom Riding for setting this up for me in terms of the filming. That was greatly appreciated. And a massive thanks as well to, just bear with me, to James Malcher, who did a fantastic job of organising, and he also allowed me to film as well. So a massive thank you to him. Now, the wider question I think that we should all consider really at grassroots level is, are vaults a threat to league darts? And I'm talking about traditional league darts where you have groups of teams, where you will all be familiar with the pub league darts, which is essentially teams of 8, and you play one leg of doubles and one leg of triples and one leg of singles, and it goes on forever. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it's of no interest to me. And you're pinned down to one day a week. Then there's Super League darts, which of course is a feeder into county darts. That's at least one singles game, best of 7, sometimes best of 5. One game of doubles. That has its place. That's obviously a very high level that basically feeds the counties. Are vaults essentially a threat to that? I think that it could well be the case that they are a threat, and now I know of certainly a handful of players that have given up league darts purely to do vaults instead, and I can certainly understand why, because you do play more darts, and it is more centered on yourself. It is an individual sport after all, rather than in a league phase, in a league format. And I do think that actually vaults could well take off even more so than they are at the moment. It's getting gradually more and more popular in London and the South East, and it has certainly there were certainly examples of them selling out all over the country, and certainly it's great for me because I can't commit to playing a lot of darts tournaments, but it's great to be able to go to an event like this and occasionally play lots of darts, and also it's all recorded on Darts Atlas as well, so it really is great. This is my opponent. I think it's Ben Gaffney. It's B Gaffney. Is what it's been saved as on Darts Atlas, and it's as you can see, it started off very well for me in practice, and then it goes downhill very quickly. Now, the thing I should say is that unfortunately the battery goes at some point during this match, so you won't see all of it. So that's why I haven't put a scorecard on here. As you can see, there is a distinct lack of scorecard, but I will just remind myself of what the result was. Well, I can tell you that because this will fade out before the end, I don't hit a treble for quite a long time. I think I hit one treble overall, and Ben does actually take this out in 31 darts. So as you can see, it was a bit nervy for both of us, and it always is, isn't it? The first leg of any tournament. Really, the match that I would like to bring you, and that'll be on in a second, is against Wawzy, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a second. So I do eventually win this game in 2-1 with an average of 52. So not my best. The second leg I managed to win in 26 darts, which is a decent leg of darts. And then the last leg I won in 29, having survived match darts in both of the last two legs. So yes, there we go. And then I won another game after that against Paul Fenney, 2-0, averaging 55. And then the third game is this one. This is really the one that I wanted to film, and it's against Wawzy, because for me, this is the exciting bit of turning up to a local event. You can play a player as good as Wawzy is, and Wawzy's on fire. You can follow him on social media. Firstly, do apologise to David because I've misspelt his name again, so I keep doing it, and I'm so sorry. But he does play very well here, so maybe all these things even out. Wawzy, you'll know from the Modus Super Series. He is a regular there. He will always be involved in that while he isn't on the PDC tour. Certainly a regular there, and has achieved quite a fair amount of success there in Portsmouth, or often making the finals night on a Saturday. I'm actually quite pleased by the way that's a good treble 20 there after two single ones. Cool, what a skin saver. This is very exciting because in the past I've played at local tournaments, Martin Lukeman, Andy Hamilton, Ross Smith as well. You never know who you're going to play at local events, so it is quite exciting, and I was really pleased when I got the chance to play Wawzy, who I've followed for a number of years now, since the lockdown, and he's just lining up here for 13 darts. So he hits it first time, and of course, now just so you know, that is the best leg of darts anyone has hit against me. So that was pretty amazing. It didn't really sink in at the time when you're playing, because of course you're desperately trying not to totally humiliate oneself as these things happen. But and as you can see, he definitely got a magnet in the treble 20 to his darts. But I don't disgrace myself. But I won't spoil it. He's a member of AASJ Management, which is Andrew Feeney. So that's his manager. So that's a really good team that he's a part of. And you should certainly look them up on social media if you get the opportunity. So yeah, I like Eltham Hill as a venue. I'm not sure whether they're doing a vault in Series 8 or Series 9 in the future. A lot of it depends on whether the volunteer organisers are available, of course, and if the venue's available and supportive. There's another 81. It's getting close. My average is going up. It's nearly regularly in the 70s there. Get a nosebleed. Yes, I do like the vaults for the fact that it's all recorded as well on Darts Atlas. I do think that Darts is going along the lines of running, which is where you don't leave the house without your smartwatch anymore. I do think that darts tournaments that aren't recorded on tablets, I do think they're going to be at a disadvantage in the long run. That said, the UKDA Champion of Champions was all done on whiteboards over the weekend, but when I'm filming this commentary, so there we go. So wants to go double. Cheeky. Oh, I've got a chance. Oh, I didn't want to dispel the tension. It's quite unusual having to commentate on myself. I don't think I'll do this again. Oh, got another opportunity. Wasn't expecting it. Absolutely brooking it is what I was going through my mind as I was. That one wasn't close. That one was slightly closer, but wasn't really troubling it. Let's be honest. So that's a shame. Maybe gave away the ending there, but well done to Wazzy, and it should have been a much higher average than that. Let's be honest. Thank you to him for letting me have a few chances at the end there to try and square it up. The winner of the competition in the end was actually. Let's just have a quick look here. It was Jake Clifford who won, and he actually beat James Malcher in the final. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll be along to another vault very soon.